to do a review of Kath and Kimderella, but Laura said no. So Laura's gonna do the review, okay? So bye. Well, that was strangely awkward. Anyway, hello! You missed me? I bet you have. Maybe you the first time in like how many weeks? Anyway, time to calm down. As you probably would not have heard, I am doing a movie review of Kath and Kimderella, which is Australian film. So I'm not sure if other countries get it, and if you do, you'll be like, yay, it's funny, isn't it? And if you don't, I'm really sorry, because I'm going to be really bad at explaining this. Because it's also a TV show, and I'm pretty sure the Americans tried to do a copy of it, but they were really bad at it. I'm pretty sure it was the Americans, or was it the British? I don't know, what are you two guys? I don't know. They're still countries, and countries are... Everyone tries to copy us. We're cool, ain't we? Same. Anyway, Kath and Kimderella, I'm going to read the plot synthesis thingy, which is pretty much only a sentence, or maybe 2 sentences. I don't know. And then I'm going to explain everything. Okay? So, Fountain Lakes foxy ladies who turn more than just heads when they go on an overseas trip and end up being the center of their very own fairy tale. That's pretty much it, really. That's a plot synthesis. Okay, give me a second. Trying to beat. Okay. Well, it's very strange. I mean, they've got their own TV show, and it used to air on Channel 7 on Sunday nights at on Saturday nights at 7:30. But now it's not airing on there. But the Channel 7's recently had a souvenir edition of Kath and Kim with all your favorite episodes. So they did that for a few days, and I'm not sure if it's still on because I don't really watch Channel 7. Anyway, okay, Kath and Kim is a TV show. Kath is the mother, and Kim is the 20-something-year-old daughter. I know, it's strange. And when you look at them, you're like, really? You're acting mother and daughter even though you don't look old? They don't. And it's pretty much a comedy TV show, comedy movie. Very family, family sort of TV show. Like, you can sit down with every generation of your family and be like, ha ha ha, that's funny. Because there is no swearing, there's no nothing, it's pretty much just clean cut and cheap humor. Especially in this film where it's really odd humor. So, yeah. Let me explain the cast members, and then you might be able to understand, and then I can probably explain it better. Well, the movie better, not the TV show. Okay, first of all, I just realized something. IMDb, which is where I state all my stuff, doesn't have the alter egos. Oh, I'll explain that anyway. Oh, okay, so there's Jane Turner. She's the mother. She plays Kathleen Kim Darlene Day-Knight, which is better known as Kath Day-Knight. Gina Riley, who plays the 20-something-year-old Kimberly Kim Day-Craig. There is Magda Shabansky, and I think I got that name wrong, but we call her Madge. I don't know why, but she's Magdas. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Sorry! And she's a really huge comedian. She's pretty cool. She plays Sharon Karen Streletsky. There's Glenn Robbins, who plays Cal Graham Knight, which is Kim's husband. There's Peter Rostorn, plays Brett Craig, which is Kim's husband, or ex-husband, or complicated relationship there. Rob Stitch plays King Javia, who's pretty much the person of Pompeii, is it? No, not Pompeii. Oh, I can't even remember the name, it's really sad. There's Richard E. Grant, who plays Alan. I don't even know who Alan is. There's Barry Humphries, which is better known as Dame Edna Everidge. I know it's Dame Edna. And he makes a 30-second appearance. He's like, ooh! It's pretty cool. There's Jessica D. Grove, which is Isabella, which is a slave who turns out to be a princess, which is pretty cool. There's Mick Moley, and if I'm correct, he's also the dude in Crackerjack. He plays Gary Prawn, which is an unknown king, and we don't find that out until the end of the movie. Which is like, ugh. There's Mark Terrella, who plays Marco. which I'm not sure who Marco is. I think Marco's a gay guy. There's Tasman Rock, who plays Stephanie Murdoch. I don't know who that is either. They didn't really say names, and they've only just stuck on the main people. There's Erin Morley, who plays Julia. I don't know who Julia is. Bryce Hardy, which pretty much plays himself. Well, his name's Bryce Waterhouse, who's a flight attendant, who's pretty much like, hey, put your clothes back on. Yes, there is like a mild nudie scene twice in the film. Glenn Butcher plays Sergio. Sergio is pretty much like that guy that's like, hey. Frank Woodley is a castle translator. If I'm correct, he's also a comedian. And if I'm correct, he's also the dude that did really bad deaf sign language. And if I'm correct, he's also the dude that did the jazzle. And it's so freaking funny. You have to watch that just to watch that scene. Okay. There's also two other people. I'm pretty sure their name is Prude and Trude, who is also played by Jane Turner and Gina Riley. They're like new, like they extend their O's and S's. It's really weird, but it's really funny. Okay, so they, Kim is pretty much the mother, like I said, and she's entered into this competition, which is by a chemist in Australia called Terry White. And she's like, Terry White, I love you, yay! And they're pretty much going to Pomerleona. No, I may be wrong there, I'm completely wrong. Anyway, they're going to some part of Italy. That's all I know because I see something about it being a boot, and I was like, on the bottom of the boot. It starts with P. Pomerleona, I think it is. I am so blonde right now, aren't I? And they go there, and Carol's like, I have a fear of flying, I can't go with you, so Kim's forced to go along, even though she's like, yay! And Sharon's like, I'll tag along. And so Kimberly breaks up with her husband Brett and leaves him with their daughter Ebony, who is a 6-year-old child there, even though in the TV show she plays like a toddler. And Ebony, I don't know who she's played by because it doesn't say, but Ebony is one of those, you know, model girl child stars. She's like, don't touch me, my hair's done. Don't touch my nails, they're gonna break. She's like 4 or 6 years old, I don't know. She's very smart, and she looks so adorable, but she's like, suck it up, princess. If I can do it, you can do it, and my nails are just drying. It's like, whoa, over the top princess. And it's pretty cool. So it's pretty much got that dry humor, and, sorry, I keep getting distracted, don't I? And so Kim's pretty much like, okay, I'm joining you, and they go to this hotel, which is actually shut down forever, and they end up going to a castle, which has got King Javier, and he's like, oh, I will try and crack onto Kath, and let Kim and Sharon live in this crappy room, and it turned out to be like the Queen is trying to haunt people's lives for some strange reason, which is really confusing. And then there's a dude, oh, Alan, if I'm pretty sure he's Richard Egret. Sorry, I'm trying to remember who's whom, because I remember there's a like prince, and he's like trying to be Phantom of the Opera, you know, like with the half-masked face, which then he takes it off and he's like, look at me, I'm sexy, and he is. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct, his name is Alan, but I could be wrong, because even though I liked the movie, I tried to pay attention to it, even though it wasn't as funny as the TV show should be. So Jane Turner and Gina Riley, I think you should just stick to making Kath and Kim on TV shows. I loved the TV show, and maybe just stick to what you're good at, even though at the end of it, Kimberly, which is Gina Riley's character, says, we have another Harry Potter on our hands, and like, yeah, wait for the prequel and the sequel and the all these sort of things, and like, that's funny. Okay, so I've wasted like almost 10 minutes of your time pretty much explaining something that's Australian and poorly explained too. If you've heard of Kath and Kim, you'll be brilliantly funny. Okay, maybe not the best movie of 2012, but nor is it worse. I would rather wait for, if it was you and needing to save money, wait for it to come on DVD, because then you can rent it or buy it and be like, oh yeah, So yeah, that's my review. Very crap review, wasn't it? Okay, I'm going, and hopefully there'll be another review next week. Fingers crossed. Bye.